Tutorial TV, your one-stop hub for learning everything.
Welcome back to Learn Tutorial TV. In this lesson, we will learn how to combine, group, and duplicate objects in CorelDRAW. And these skills are essential tools for any designer. Therefore, follow everything that will be done here today, step by step, in this our lesson 4, combining, grouping, duplicating objects in CorelDRAW. To start with, let's begin with grouping and combining. What is grouping and what is combining in CorelDRAW? Before I explain, let me bring two objects. Let's draw here. Let me draw this. Let me also draw this. Let me give them two different colors. This and this. Now let's talk about grouping now. Grouping and combining. Grouping, what does it do? Grouping keeps objects together without merging them. Let me have this in two places. Here, grouping, we keep objects together without merging them. Look at these two objects. We select them together. Select in this way. Mark Q, select. Then let's group. How do we group? You can come to your object. Right there, you see group. Then you pick the group here. That's one. But then I try to carry, the two of them will be moving together. Let me undo what I just did. Undo. Okay, now there are two different objects now. I've removed the grouping. Now, I can group it again in this way without using the object group. We can right click, select and right click, select, right click. Then you look for your group from the menu. You see group here. While the third way is to use Ctrl G, the shortcut. Ctrl G. Can you see it here? The shortcut is grouped. What about combining? Combining is to merge, or combining merges parts into one object. The two objects you have, or three or more, combining will turn everything to one. Look at the grouping here. They are still separate objects. This color blue, this color red. Still separate objects. But when you come to combining, if I try to do that for this, it will turn the two of them to one thing by giving two of them the same color. For example, you can do that from object here, object. From there you have combine. While the shortcut is Ctrl L. You can also right click and get the same thing. Right click, look for combine here. Also Ctrl L, then you click. Can you see the color has changed to blue? Everything has been converted to one object. Has been combined, has been merged to become one object. That's one. Now let me give you another thing for you to see the difference between the two clearly. Let me bring let me use a circle for example. Let me make it 2. Let me draw another smaller one. Okay. Let me give the two different colors. This color blue and this color red. Let me place them together. Let me duplicate one for grouping, one for. Now let's group this. Let's group this. I told you grouping is what? Is to keep them together. To keep two of them together, like you chain them together. Right click, group. Now they are together as one. There are two. You can see that there are two different objects. Red here, blue here. They are two different objects, but joined together, tied together, glued together. That is grouping. Coming to combine. Right click, combine. What do you see? The two have become one. Where you have the second object, the overlapping, is no more existing. This is not color white. This is not the background. Let me give the wallpaper background. The wallpaper. I double click my rectangular something here. Just double click. Then let me give the background color. This background here is color green. Therefore, as you can see, the space here after combining, the space here where you see my mouse, nothing there again after combining. When you combine, the overlap place where the two objects overlap, where they overlap will become empty. Example is this. I have this here and I have this here. If I should give them two different colors, even it can be the same color. Don't worry, it can be the same color this time around. Since you've understood the principle. Now let me combine. Where the overlap place, this is the place of overlap. Where this and this overlap, this portion here. See what will happen after we combine. Can you see? Where the overlap has become what? This type is good in mathematics, maybe mathematical questions. You want to find the area of overlap and so on. Also good for logo. For logo, you can use group for your logo. You can use group for your logo. You can also use combine to form logo or do anything. Okay, before I give you maybe a practical word example of using this for logo, let's look at duplicate quickly. Duplicate, that's the third thing. We are combining, we are grouping and duplicating. How do you duplicate? I did that over and over, but I didn't show you what I did. Let's duplicate this one. How? You can click, after selecting it, Ctrl D, we duplicate it. You can do that from your side. Now there are two. Under Ctrl D, Ctrl D, we duplicate for you. And but if you need multiple duplicate, you can use step and repeat. Step and repeat. But if I show you that, you can also duplicate in this way. Press your mouse button, your mouse, the right, the left, carry it to where you want to put it. Then before you release your hand, before you release the left, press your right. The right mouse button, you see the duplicate right away. Before you release the left, then press the right. Okay, let's continue from there. Having seen this, how do you... Okay, I talk of if you need a multiple duplicate, multiple. Instead of you duplicating one, just come to edit. After selecting the object, choose step and repeat. Step and repeat. They duplicate under the edit here. Duplicate. It gives you only one. But you need more than one. Under the edit, click step and repeat. Then you come here. You want to show the distance from each other. How far should it be? And what should be this? How many copies? How many copies do you want? Maybe I need about 3 duplicate. And how far should it be? Look at it. Let me press apply. Can you see? It had given me 3 extra. Undo. You can adjust the distance here. The distance apart. Undo. This is for the vertical. You can how it should be. Lay your hands on it. Practice on your own and know what to do better than that. Okay. Now let's look at the practical word example. How do we use combine, duplicate, grouping? How do we use it? You can use that you can just take any object together, 2 objects, you can combine it together. Then you have multiple things like pattern you have in your fabrics. You can use that for logo and so on. Therefore, if I can quickly create a logo using basic shapes. Let me remove all this, or let me go to new page. Something like this. This is a circle. I can bring a star. And I draw my star inside. You might have seen logo like this before. Let me give this one this color and give this one. This one can be white. It can be anything. Here, this color, this looks like something like a Jumia logo. Jumia. Now, I want this place to be empty where the star is. I can use combine. Select Ctrl K. That's combine. Ctrl K to combine, or you take it from the object. Can you see? Go online and Google, look for Jumia, Jumia. Their logo is like this. Now this logo in between here, nothing is behind. Therefore, if you're even designing, maybe this, I'm designing something like this. Let me take it back. Okay, and this should be at the front. I mean, this is my logo. I'm designing a work, and this is the background of the work. Can you see? There are many other many other things like Texaco. There are many logos in the world. They use the basic shapes. Basic. Something like I can't remember their logo vividly. Like Adidas, they have something like this. Their logo is like this. It's like this. Or they just a duplicate. You can duplicate this. Let's use our normal duplicate Ctrl D 2 times. Now I can take this, bring it here. We've learned this. We learned this earlier in the past. I'm not teaching this because it's a past lesson. You can go back to past teaching. I can't remember the logo of Adidas clear perfectly, but it's something like this. What I did is just duplicate, combine it together perfectly. If you know how the logo is, you can go online and look at the other logo and you can create yours using these 3 things. That's all. Okay, let's try another logo. Texaco, their logo is like this. You have red like this. Then they have star inside, star, white color. You can check internet and look at their logo. Look for their logo. Texaco, something like this. Then they have one big T, letter T. Let me use something like this. Inside the same color red. Check internet. You see something like this there. Something like this Texaco logo, Jumia, and so on. Okay, back to the first page here. How do you? This work is group. How do you ungroup? Right click. You can see ungroup when you right click quickly. You can also from object ungroup. Now they are two different things. If this is not group work, or this one is not a group work, this one here is combined work. How do you remove that? Right click, you see break apart. You can break apart or use a control K. You break apart, break curve apart, or control K. Now there are two different things. There are no more one like before. Therefore, we urge you and lay your hands on practical example. Go and design logo with basic shapes. Basic shapes. Design patterns with basic shapes. Sometimes you need to duplicate, you need to combine, you need to group your work together. This brings us to the end of this morning lesson. I will urge you to subscribe if you've not subscribed. And if you find this lesson very useful, like it, share it, drop your comment. Thank you. Meet you in the next class. Bye.